How are you? How are you, Smack? How's it going?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good, huh?
Um, yeah. Uh, it's same old thing each day, really. Nothing really to write home about. Picked up a couple of games though, so Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which has been pretty neat. Um, I've also been playing some Bravely Default 2, which
Ooh.
is basically going to be my Let's Play that I'm putting up. I played Bravely Default 1 and it was so fucking good. So fucking good. It's such a good return to like Final Fantasy.
I don't think I've ever even heard of them, or maybe I have heard of them. They sound familiar. How's the job going?
It is a job. The training is going fine.
The training.
Training. Yes, the training.
You gotten to do any Sherlock Holmes stuff, investigating?
Plenty.
I have been recording for 10 minutes.
You've been recording for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And it didn't even tell me.
Why would I do that? Where's the fun in that?
Well, you know. When will I be able to say, oh, look at that, we're right and you're wrong again?
You just did.
Oh my god. And it's almost like you're Pyrisk and I'm YuYu.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
It's crazy how that works.
When did this happen?
My lord. Welcome.
Oh, I'm gonna cut some of that up though. Some of it was boring and pointless.
Some shit.
That's the way I like to start things. Just, randomly. Never know how it's gonna go.
I ain't complaining.
Yeah.
Breaks me out of my OCD nature.
Exactly.
So what's on the books for today anyway?
Oh man, I've got a good fun topic. But I think since you know me, I'm very opinionated, and you're very opinionated on things.
I do, in fact, have opinions. Yes,
I know most people do, but some people have opinions, but they're just kind of like, whatever. I keep my opinions to myself or whatever. But now I feel like we both fall in the category of basically we'll give our opinion on literally anything.
Pretty much.
Anytime, any place, we'll say whatever's on our mind. So, with that being said, then what is basically unpopular opinions we have.
Unpopular opinions we have.
Yes. So, like more people, we have an opinion on something, and we're in the minority on it. Like, tons of people, for instance, love ketchup. I think ketchup is fucking terrible and should not exist.
It tastes too vinegary for me. I know, crazy, a British guy who doesn't like the taste of vinegar. Oh my god.
What's the world coming to?
I know, right?
Yeah, but pretty much, just shit like that. Can literally be about anything. I mean, we all know that fucking politics that's always divided amongst everyone. Religion's the same way and stuff. So that I don't really care about those opinions right now. More or less just other opinions, like a good one that I have because I can't remember what I was doing. I was watching a video or something. Or listening to this, I don't remember. And they were talking about the Dark Souls games, and it started making me think that I'm kind of like, I think everyone rips on Dark Souls 2. Okay, Dark Souls 2 is the black sheep of the family. That's a given. No one can disagree on that.
As long as you don't treat it like it's like, I find that if you just treat it like it's its own game and you don't base it around for the game that came prior to it, it's a perfectly okay game.
Yeah,
honestly, there's nothing wrong with
it. My opinion on this, and is back when the game first came out, I absolutely loved it and thought it was great. Now, the reason I say this is an unpopular opinion is because back when it first came out, everyone and their mother was ripping on it because what the E3 trailers and stuff, like, all basically, it didn't look as good as it was supposed to, which, given it didn't, I didn't care. I loved it for exactly what it was, but everyone and their mother is just ripping on this game for the graphics, and then for shit just not like basically being stupid and not making sense half the time. And then it was like after all the 3 DLCs came out, they introduced the Scholar of the First Sin edition, which was essentially the head honcho over there from Software, the guy who led the first game and Demon Souls and stuff. He went in and put his touches on it because he wasn't actually a part of the Dark Souls 2 thing. He was working on Bloodborne. And so
Right.
it was like enemy placements and like item placements and shit got changed up in Scholar of the First Sin because he went back through and added his own touches. And honestly, I kind of prefer the original over it.
You reckon?
Yeah, like I loved it. I like I said, everyone gave it shit, and I understood the point of the graphics. Like I said, but at the same time, I'm like, E3 trailers always do that. There's never been a fucking game that's been shown in an E3 and been like, and that's exactly how it came out.
That's basically you've basically described Earth 2, like
Yeah.
it looks good in the trailers. Oh my god, it's going to be like the greatest game ever, like crypto meta game or whatever. But it's like everywhere you look, you're not going to get any actual gameplay footage. It's just certain pre-rendered stuff for like trailer purposes, or very minor mechanics which don't even work with each other.
Yeah.
Like it's always so separated, and it's like, are you actually doing anything here? Why is everyone getting all very excited for this? And on top of that, I think people can't really complain about what looks good and what doesn't. The original Dark Souls looked like trash.
Yeah.
It's still a great game. Red Dead, great game, but looks like trash.
Uh-huh.
Like, sure, oh look, it's so realistic, amazing. Wow, yeah, you're playing a game. Like, it doesn't have to look shit boring, gray and brown, sepia, realistic. Okay, I don't need to see the umpteenth bit of like crap kicked up by my horse's hoof as I'm walking through a town. Add a splash of color, alright? Make it interesting. Okay?
Yeah. Not
The
asking
gameplay
for
itself, great. What it looks like, absolute dog shit.
yeah, so not asking for fucking sunshine and rainbows everywhere, but it just it just got me thinking about that, which is why I picked this topic, is because so many people, like, nowadays, everyone always says, yeah, the graphic thing sucked and was stupid, but everyone's nowadays like, oh, I always loved the game for the game itself. I just was mad. I'm like, no, you didn't. When it was launched, everyone and their mother on YouTube ripped this game a new fucking asshole. Like,
Yeah.
it was they didn't like it. They bitched about everything. But I went to the midnight release of it, got it, went home. Well, actually, this was whenever me and my wife we were right before we got married, or we were just married and we were living with her parents for like 2 months. So I went back home with their house, and I stayed up for a few hours, literally just playing it and fucking loving it. Like, I noticed right away the graphics weren't the same and stuff, but I was like, I don't care. This game is fun. I'm loving it. And
Ultimately, that's what it's about, though, isn't it?
yeah,
If the graphics are subpar, but you're having fun, who the hell gives a damn?
yeah,
Like, take the Halo franchise. Not exactly the most interesting thing to look at. Still, great game. Mechanic-wise, great. Story could do with some work, but
Oh, now,
you know.
yeah, the first three, great. I wouldn't say perfection because they certainly did have their flaws, but they were much better than what we've gotten over the last few years.
It's because they want to continue the franchise.
Oh
They're
yeah,
like, if they're gonna continue it, at least come up with a interesting enough storyline. No one's gonna hate you, weird Halo Bungie guys. If it's still Bungie, I'm unsure.
no, it's was it 343 Studios or Studios
Okay.
343, whatever. Yeah, it was no, but I don't believe Bungie has been in it since Halo 4. I think.
Okay.
Was...
Well, all I'm gonna say is no one's gonna hate you if you finish the current story and you basically start a whole new one with a whole new main figurehead. You know, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be Master Chief. It can be another hero in the military corps, or you could just straight up do it from the Covenant side or something. Or I don't know, go way back to like when the flood was created. You know,
Yeah.
give us that storyline. It doesn't have to be Master Chief's storyline.
Yeah.
You know, like my
like...
favorite title has nothing to do with Master Chief. Mine was Halo Reach. You know,
Yep.
love that game. Great game. You don't even hear about Master Chief until like what? You're defending the Pillar of Autumn as it takes off. You know, like
yeah.
wow.
Do you? I don't even think you hear about him. Do you ever hear about him in that game? Because I know in the game it's like the very end, like the last cutscene. That's when you realize like the AI or whatever it was you were protecting was actually Cortana.
Yeah, that's right. So you're protecting Cortana, and you don't realize quite where you're going with it until you get to the very end, where you're defending the Pillar of Autumn, and then you're like, "That's the ship that Master Chief is on."
Yeah. So yeah, no, I agree. Like Halo Reach, perfection, great. It was, I mean, not really quite perfection, but it was damn near close.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was great. But yeah, I've thought with so many games, like right here's another unpopular opinion: quit remaking games. Like, don't get me wrong, some remakes are okay, but let's take for example, because you were talking about make your own storyline. I completely agree, because like Resident Evil, okay. Resident Evil 1 had like a remaster, and I think they called it a remake, but I think it was just like an updated engine. It really didn't do much for the thing.
Yeah, they still kept like tank controls and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
it was like, yeah.
Which was actually kind of the worst aspect of those old games was the tank controls.
Yeah, it added the suspense in and stuff, but it was like, I think they came out with the remake after they had already made Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 4 was just praised, unbelievable for its over-the-shoulder shit. And so I'm like, why didn't you all do that with that? why did? Yeah, it would be, but going back to, okay, so Resident Evil 1 got that. Whatever, they kept the game mostly the same. That's whatever. Halo, or not Halo 2. Resident Evil 2. You have the original, you have the remake. Okay, fair enough. Fine. The update, then Resident Evil 3. Fine. Bring it into the bring that shit into the 21st century. They should have stopped. They should have stopped right there. But no, here comes Resident Evil 4 remake. And I'm like, Resident Evil 4 does not need a remake. It is a great fucking game how it is. I have beaten
really
that.
Doesn't. If you want a game that needs a remake, I'm looking at Resident Evil 6. Like, just
absolutely.
Not
5 and 6.
Mechanic wise, keep it, right? Story, fucking change that shit.
Yeah,
that shit. It's so bad.
It definitely does. But it's like, I hate that though, because like, Okay, Resident Evil 4 is getting a remake. All right, I don't agree, but fine, it is what it is. And now, like, more leaks come out, and it's like, oh, there might, if you look back at, like, the alpha or beta versions of Resident Evil 4, there's, like, this, they call it, like, the Hookman creature. Basically, it's like, he's like some sort of ghost type thing that,
Right.
I'm not even sure if Leon can actually defend against him, but he only shows up for like certain parts or like one certain part or whatever. And it's kind of like, okay, that's cool. But what they did with Resident Evil 4, the story of Resident Evil 4, that supernatural shit does not fit. And that is something I have hated that the Resident Evil series has really started delving into. Is like, the reason I say that is because like the new leaks is like, oh, that thing might be in the new game, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
I think, honestly, like, the Hookman kind of screams of Devil May Cry. Okay.
Yeah.
As you say, the supernatural stuff doesn't really fit in with the universe, right? So, because it's all sciencey, it's all viruses, and et cetera, right? The Hookman, I think, was left in there for like a preview by accident, right? It probably looked great in the demonstration, but probably belongs in Devil May Cry, because as I understand it, Devil May Cry was basically reusing assets that were originally meant to be in Resident Evil.
Yeah, Devil May Cry got created while they were making Resident Evil 4. That's the funny thing is they is basically they were trying to make Resident Evil 4, but they were going on they were basically going so far into left field that the guy in charge was just kind of like, this isn't even Resident Evil anymore. So tell you what, let's make this its own game, and let's restart on Resident Evil 4. And and don't get me wrong, but you know, they spawned Devil May Cry, great franchise for the most part. We don't talk about Devil May Cry 2.
Listen, Devil May Cry 2, right?
Uh-huh.
Minor changes is all it takes, and then it will be a great title.
No.
But other than that, it's just...
No. Okay, I'll be straight. Devil May Cry 2 was the very first Devil May Cry game I ever played. Never even knew that the first game ever even existed. I remember specifically, this was back in the days when like fucking Blockbuster and shit. I don't know if you all had Blockbuster over there. You know,
yes, I miss Blockbuster.
Yeah. Well, this was back in those days. And basically, Blockbuster introduced the section of, oh, you can also buy games here. You can buy used games and you can buy new games. And so we go to Blockbuster, and I'd look through the used games, and I saw the case for Devil May Cry 2, and it's just, you know, a close-up of Dante's face. And I was just, you know, like his eye with his hair coming down, and I'm like, oh, that looks really fucking cool. And so I bought it, and I played the shit out of it, and honestly, at the time, I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. But since being an adult, I have went back and tried to play it, and I can't. It is such fucking...
You can't... Listen, you can't because you're spoiled, alright? But here's the thing, okay? You did say yourself that you enjoyed it when you first got it.
Yeah, when I first got it, yes.
That tells me that job was done. You then went on to play games that were just done better. You went back, and it just wasn't quite the same. You couldn't get into it as much.
No. Well, yes, but also, I don't think that's quite right, because, like, whenever the Devil May Cry trilogy, I think this was right after 4 came out. They introduced like the remastered version, so it had Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, and they were all remastered. I played the first one finally, and I loved it. That game was fucking great, and that's the most dated of them all. But then if you compare 2 to 1, 2 is just a shell of what the first one
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that.
That right there is what is, because honestly, I went back into playing Devil May Cry 2 with hopes of, oh no, I'll relive the enjoyment I got out of it before. But I had played the first one and I didn't enjoy it anymore. I was like, this is like, they turned Dante from this cocky badass motherfucker to he barely says 2 sentences in the fucking game, and it's the levels are so empty and everything is just so plain and basic. It's just like they literally were just like, hey, let's throw some shit in here and call it good. Let's not actually put any true effort in this.
No, that's a pretty fair way of putting
Yeah.
it.
And then,
I do agree with that.
yeah, and then Devil May Cry 3 came out, and it was just like, oh my god, I might be gay. Look at Dante.
Oh, my great gay cowboy. Oh, he's back. Oh, and he's showing off his chest.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, it just, yeah, that's that. But anyway, my whole point to this, back on topic of, not every fucking game needs a goddamn remake. Like I said, they're making Resident Evil 4 remake. It didn't need a remake. The first one was, in my opinion, the best of them all, including 7 and including 8. Because honestly, I don't mind. Like, I enjoy the gameplay of 7 and 8 quite a lot. I think they're fucking great gameplay wise. I think story wise, they should have been their own separate Resident Evil games. They should not have been given a number. They should not have been tied into the main line. I think the story is complete and utter fucking garbage, and Capcom should fucking shoot themselves.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Kind of, it's a little bit related, but not quite. But Resident Evil Revelations. So, it's not the numbered ones, right? So it's not Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? It's its own thing, Revelations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could say it's a side story. Still does a better job of being part of the main narrative than 6 does.
Oh yeah.
Which is part of the main narrative. But do you know what kind of doesn't kind of fit the main narrative all that much, in my opinion? 7.
Yeah.
And well, actually no. 7 is that's the country house in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, right?
Yeah, in Louisiana.
Yeah. All right, that one gets a pass. Okay, that one's actually really good.
No, the gameplay's good. The story, in my opinion, is just crap.
No, I dig the story. I do dig the story. It's kind of like it's like a weird prequel. No, yeah, prequel. And I can get behind that. Okay. Village, not so much.
See,
Village seems very far detached. It's a great game, plays amazingly, but like you look at basically all the enemies, all the bosses, how they go about things, like they don't really fit the MO.
Yeah. No, that's my okay. With 7, I hated the story because, one, I hate Ethan. He's a fucking loser. He's a failure of a man. His wife or girlfriend, whoever the fuck Mia is, she goes missing for, what is it, like, it's like 2 or 3 years.
I think she was either a government agent or like an agent.
Yeah, no, she was on the ship that had basically she was babysitting Evelyn before Evelyn fucking went crazy and did everything. But anyways, but she was missing though. Out of nowhere, Ethan gets this email with a video of she was trying to say, like, don't, stay away, but I think in the actual video she sent him, she actually told him to come there because she was under Evelyn's control.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, but either way, he goes to the middle of fucking nowhere. Doesn't call the cops. Doesn't say, hey, my wife's been missing for years and I got this email from her. We need to look into this. Nope, not at all. He just goes there, finds the fucking butchered cows and shit. If you remember correctly, he, before he even gets into the house, there's like some fucking symbol made that's covered in blood.
You mean the fact that the short fight, like, I think it's like a 2-minute stroll between your car and the house. There's like 1,000,001 red flags.
Yeah. Oh, he sees Jack Baker walk across an opening and then he disappears, which also really fucking irritates me because that right there portrays some sort of supernatural shit that Jack just walks across and then vanishes. The motherfucker isn't magic. He can't fly and he can't like dissolve himself. He's a physical being. He might be corrupted by the mold, but he never shows that he can just make himself vanish. And
honestly, my argument for this comes with the end scenes to most of the games, where there's this overly sort of like 80s American movie-esque action hero sort of send-off to the characters, right?
Yeah.
It's incredibly cheesy. They always have like weird one-liners, and I've come to realize that all logic needs to leave your brain when you're playing a Resident Evil game, all right? Because it's not meant to be a horror or anything like that. It's basically meant to be a movie that you're actively interacting with inside a game, right?
Yeah.
And it is a cheesy American movie, okay? Which means the logic doesn't even come into it as a factor.
Yeah.
Right? So when you got all these red flags being thrown in Ethan's face, and it's like, oh, the supernatural like disappearing act from this creepy old man in the woods with an axe in his hand, don't expect Ethan to turn around and be like, yeah, no, I'm gonna nope out of here. No, he's American and he's in a movie, so naturally he's gonna be like, you know what it is. It's that whole thing where if you've ever watched a horror movie, you look at the way the characters inside the movie act, okay? And they're acting as if horror movies do not exist inside that universe.
Yeah.
Right? So they can't like see that dark corridor and be like, I saw this in a movie, I better not go down there because I'm going to get lynched. Nah. They've never had that kind of movie inside that universe. So they're just going to be like, oh, that's fine. It's just a very suspicious dark corridor that I could be lynched in. Nothing's going to happen here. There's a lack of movie logic there because they're inside the movie.
No, I get it. Like obviously if they made all the smart choices, there wouldn't be a game or there wouldn't be a movie. So I get there's got to be some stupid shit. But when it happens, right, stupid shit can happen like it can be like a buildup of shit they're doing. They don't even realize that it could even potentially be a bad idea. Like, for instance, one of my things that I love, or a thing I like in horror movies is when they make the beginning of it more realistic, such as like, some guy goes to a bar. There's some chick there, or some chick goes to a bar. Right? We'll just do that. It's more common that way. A chick goes to a bar. There's a guy there. They start chatting it up. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna, I'll buy you a drink." And so she's like, "Okay, cool." When she's not looking, he spikes it. Okay, she literally, she had her back turned for a couple seconds, whatever. A very common, a very easy, believable thing. She gets spiked. She starts to get knocked out. So, of course, like you'd see in anyone at a bar, the guy's like, hey, I'm going to, I know her. I'm going to take her, take her back home to her place, whatever. He does whatever he does. No, he kidnaps her, then takes her somewhere, where the fuck ever, her house, an abandoned warehouse somewhere, whatever. And then the horror part starts to come out. I like that. What I don't like is, like you said, 1,000,001 red flags, and they're just like, I've never felt fear in my life whatsoever. I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm gonna just keep going. I'm like, no, make it fucking believable. Like, they could have literally made it like Ethan shows up and, let's say, nothing weird really happens. Like, he died. All those. Let's take away the blood and guts of the cow. Let's take away Jack Baker. Okay, he's already made the stupid decision of going to look for his wife that's been missing for years now. Whatever. So he's going there to look. Literally take away that shit, and then like him finding Mia and all that stuff. That's far more believable. He just his.
Wait. Okay, I've got a question.
What?
The filthy kitchen with maggots and worms and all that other stuff, is that there? Like, you said get rid of the blood, but is all the spoiled food still there?
Okay, look, if you're already there by yourself, if you never told the cops anything, and you willingly walked into this house, all that shit's still there. All that crap's still there. Like, you've already made stupid decisions.
So then, if this was a much more believable situation, right? He'll show up at this like GPS or whatever the hell he has for this like location. He'll find this abandoned house. Like, he'll walk into the kitchen, see like the absolute rancid mess that's there. Think, well, someone did live here, but they sure as hell haven't been here for a while because this is disgusting.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. I guess I'm in the wrong place. Bye.
There's that. There's that too. Like I said, tons of red flags. But if you go into the kitchen, like let's say he walks into the house and sees all that crap there, it's like, okay, that's like you said. Okay, clearly no one's lived here forever, so clearly there shouldn't be anyone here. Maybe there's a clue or something, like maybe Mia was here or something. There's something I could find. So he looks around more, finds Mia and all the shit, and says blah blah.
Maybe I might find a clue if I just taste this ear soup.
Yeah, but the thing is, like with the cows and the dead cows, the guts and the symbol, that is like fresh blood. That blood is not coagulated and dried up. That is fresh fucking blood. Clearly someone did. That wasn't a fucking animal that did that. That was a person.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, which clearly he is. But that's my thing is I don't like Ethan. I don't give two shits about Mia. I didn't like that suddenly the T-virus doesn't matter anymore. It's no longer about T-virus. It's about this mold. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid. I want to get... Basically, they tried to hype up Resident Evil 7. Oh, they're going back to their roots. And I'm like, yes and no. The root being you're in a house like you were in the first one. But that's pretty much it. Like, otherwise... You fight the same fucking enemies over and over and over and over. That's fucking boring. Zombies, I can understand. They're zombies. They're not really supposed to be that much of a difference between them, if anything. But like the molded, they almost all look the exact same. And they're boring, in my opinion. And then it's like the Baker's house. The Bakers lived in this fucking house already. Why does this house have puzzles needed to open doors?
Yeah, So here's the thing, right? I don't mind the puzzle so much because honestly, I just love the obscenity of that. You know, having to, in order to speak to if you're a policeman in Raccoon City, you need to, you know, research ancient history, find these sigils, and fulfill these different like mechanisms hidden behind these puzzles in order just to have your like morning meeting with your boss or something. Love it. Um, but like it's like what why is this in like a old timey sort of like country home and stuff like that? It makes no
That,
sense.
but
um
that's what I hate. That's why I hate it. Like, the gameplay is so good. I love the gameplay. And don't get me
his
wrong, I don't mind the puzzles if there was an actual sense to them, a
his,
good reason than just, well, it's a Resident Evil game, so we gotta have puzzles.
here's the thing though, like everyone speaks very highly of the old Resident Evil games, but it was mostly the camera angles that gave you the sense of dread, the
Yeah.
sound direction, the actual monsters themselves, not really much of an issue, right?
No,
The
it was the
nothing to
sudden.
write home.
Yeah, it was
Right.
like the sudden, you can't, you walk into a room, you can hear footsteps, you can hear whatever, but you can't
Yeah.
see it because of the camera angle. So you have to either move to adjust the camera angle so the camera turns a different way,
Yeah.
or you have to sit there and wait for whatever's making the noise to come to you. Yeah,
So
that I get that.
so you look at other sort of zombie games. You take Dead by Daylight. That's not one of the games I'm on about at all. What am I thinking of? It's that one with the free running, the parkour. What is that?
Oh, Dying Light.
Dying Light. That's the one. Dying Light. Okay, and then you got Dead Island, and you got all this crap. Dead Island was absolutely dog shit.
Yes, it was.
Right, it was just zombies. There wasn't really a challenge to it. You get kind of bored of it after like the second chapter. All right, done. Okay, Dying Light, pretty damn good. Right? Does it do anything special other than the kind of
Open.
zombies on steroids that you get every now and then,
Uh,
like during the night times? It's nothing special. They're just zombies, right?
yeah.
However, the most interesting monsters you come across in that game are just people. It's your fellow human being, right?
Yeah.
And this is the thing: the the big bad people you meet that are actually interesting in Resident Evil. You've got the weird scientists who head up the lead of these like developing these viruses, and you've got Wesker, who was interesting up until they made him like weirdly. I think it was like what not Final. What am I about? Resident Evil 5,
Yeah.
where you face off against him. He's doing these crazy like Super Saiyan sprints. He's scissor kicking you, which is just hilarious to watch. He's all clad in leather, and he's got these like cat-like eyes because he's like souped up on this like virus crap.
Yeah.
And then like when you face off against him at his strongest, he's basically this hulk of shrapnel and flesh, which his most like fearsome ability is him raising up his hulky arm, silently screaming, "By the power of Grayskull!" and then slamming it down on top of you, right? Um, up until Wesker becomes that guy, he's an interesting character. He's an interesting villain, more interesting than any zombie or monster you've come across at that point. There is a debatable Mr. X, but let's be honest, he's actually more of an annoyance than he is fearsome.
Yeah.
And in the original games, he was really easy to dodge. In the later games, in the remakes, he is literally just an annoyance. Like he shows up yet again, cock blocking you from getting to a place, and it's like, all right, I guess I'll just run away for like 5 years, and then return to the room that you found me in and continue where I was. He's not challenging. He's just annoying. You know. Um, so yeah, like that's the issue with like zombie games in general. Is like their most interesting asset is like literally the morally bad people in the background running the show.
Yeah.
Um, the weird Los Plagas stuff was a necessary thing, and I don't even hate it. Like it was the turn. Like I know that everyone loves Resident Evil 4, but like I did not like the fact that it went to Los Plagas. I think it
No,
was a step away from what made Resident Evil. But
I think
at
most
the same
people can
time,
agree with that.
yeah, at the same time, it needed them because if you're going over the shoulder and you're fighting zombies, all challenge is gone. All challenge is gone. You need something a little bit more problematic, like these parasitic loons who lunge, throw themselves at you, dogs that split their heads in half and chow down on your neck. Like, you need these things. I'll even forgive the giant, like El Gigantes, I think they call it,
Yeah.
which are the basically like trolls. Um, yeah, they're not hard to beat.
No.
But my God, did they make the game a little bit more interesting than, oh look, it's another Shambler, you know? Um, I specifically loved getting put into an arena with those and basically killing them by basically slicing their cockles with a knife. You just run in between their legs, slash them a couple of times, and run off before they can hurt you. And
Yeah.
you rinse and repeat it, and then
Oh,
you just feel like you've styled all over them. But I digress. It
yeah.
did need Plagas to make it interesting for the over the shoulder thing, and I think that's why they did it ultimately. But yeah,
No.
no, it's still not interesting. They need to bring back the people in the background. All right. Um,
Well, that's what they've tried to do like with Resident Evil 8. It's okay, I know we just keep going on about Resident Evil, but I have a lot of unpopular opinions about these games. Uh, like everyone and their mother is obsessed with Lady Dimitrescu. Fucking
oh, that's because they're all on this whole. Oh my God, it's a large woman who's taller than average. Oh my God, she's
yeah.
so sexy. It's like
I
I bet she hates her existence because she's knocking her head on every door frame,
no.
and you think that's fun. As a tall person, I can tell you it sucks to be
Yeah,
tall.
yeah.
Anyone who is short who wants to be tall, you don't.
No, I am 6 foot 4 inches tall. I have hit my head on so much fucking shit.
Yeah, and when you clean dishes, you're hurting your back as well, right? Because you're
Uh huh.
slouching over.
Pretty much
Uh huh.
anything you do, you're gonna kill yourself. Well, I feel
What's
like it.
the what's the worst thing you can do as a short person? Get in some extra stretches, which are good for you when you try to grab stuff from a high up shelf.
Yeah,
Cool. Beats physically injuring yourself because you're
yeah,
tall.
yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Being like being like 4 feet tall, yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
But it's just to be an average height. No, they're literally that's far better. Especially like when it comes to clothes. Holy fuck, my clothes are so goddamn expensive because of how big I am.
Yeah,
But
no, that's my unpopular opinion for today. Being tall versus short. Like, I'm so tall, I can't even be a ninja if I tried, because like the moment I try to hide behind something, they'll see my legs poking out. I'm that tall, you know?
how tall
Like,
are you, Smack? How tall?
I think I'm like 6'3".
Okay, no, I see. Yeah, you're about the same height I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I agree. I mean, hell, there's literally been like we have an amusement park, not too far from here. I went there. There's some rides I literally can't even do, just because
No.
how tall I am. Like the bar, you have to put the bar come down, hold you in place. I did one. I'm not the smallest, like the skinniest person in the world. Certainly not the biggest, but not the smallest. But also just how fucking tall I am.
Yeah.
Like the
Like
bar.
everyone speaks so highly about Lady Dimitrescu because she's like this well-built, big lady that's like, oh, look at the thick dommy mummy, stand on me sort of thing. But
Yeah.
all I'm thinking is, like, I worked with someone who is probably as tall as that, right?
No.
And all I could think when I saw them was, oh, you've been cursed. You poor soul, you know?
Yeah, pretty much anyone that I have to look up to, I'm kind of the same way. I'm just like, damn, you are too tall. you, but
They
my
probably agree with you. They're gonna
yeah,
own it, but they agree with you.
yeah. But my point is like Resident Evil 8 again, great gameplay. Fucking loved it. I've went back through it several times, unlocked a lot of guns with infinite ammo and stuff just because I felt like it, because I just wanted that gun with infinite ammo to fucking run through and slaughter everything with a shotgun blast to the face.
What's the Chicago typewriter, which is just like a Tommy gun.
Yeah. But my point is like when that game was announced, I fucking hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated it was like, oh, vampires and werewolves and I'm like and oh yeah, then fucking Magneto. And I'm like, no, God fucking no. It doesn't need to go into the supernatural shit. And then you don't really learn till towards the end that it did, but it didn't. It was like, well, it's through this whatever the fuck it was, not the mold, whatever the hell it was, some sort of parasite thingy, whatever. It was like through that it turned them into this. So it's like you could argue that like werewolves and vampires in the world have stemmed. This is where they came from. This is where the stories came from, and yada yada yada. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But the game literally did not need to go that way. It didn't need to go full on. Here's a village in the middle of fucking nowhere that no one has ever found.
Or give a shit about.
Yeah, or give a shit about. But it's like there's werewolves, there's vampire. Oh yeah, there's also this big fucking castle. Surely no archaeologist or anything or historians.
No modern aerial technology would have picked up.
Yeah,
on that,
no, God, no, absolutely not. And it's just like it was so fucking unneeded that I'm like, if you would have just brought this into, I could live with vampires and werewolf type enemies if it had been more in the modern day, but it's literally here's a village, they don't have electricity or anything of the sort, they're literally living in the old times. Here's a castle that I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, by the way, here's a bunch of fucking werewolves attacking everything because that makes sense. Here is the vampires that literally will not shut the fuck up with the word man thing or man blood. Oh my God, I want to strangle them. Like, I shit you not. After the first time I played that game, every single time that I knew the vampire daughters or Dimitrescu was going to say man thing or man blood, I literally just muted my TV.
Yeah.
I could not stand to hear that. I'm like, because she's like, oh, you stupid man thing. I'm like, dude, he's a guy. He's a man. You don't have to say man thing. You can literally just say man. Now, given she says that, I think because she knows, like, from his blood or whatever, like he's not fully human, because he's not. He's the mold. He's 100% mold, but you don't know that till the end. So like that makes sense, but it is so fucking annoying. Just every time she sees you, stupid man thing. I'm like, oh my God, shut up.
Yeah, like I think she was popular between with feminists and simps. Like horny people who just want to get stepped on by like a weird
Yeah,
monster
oh
lady.
yeah, step on my
I'm
balls, crush
sure.
them.
The thing is, here's the thing. Would it be so far-fetched for me to say that most of the people who like thought that she was hot probably continued to lust after her even after she turned into a giant bug? Spoilers, by the way, she's a giant bug.
Oh no, she turns into like a dragon thing, because we got to have that in there too. Fucking
Was it a dragon?
I think
to me it seems like it was a giant like bug. Dude.
I see. I can certainly see that. I could be wrong. Obviously, I don't fucking know. I believe it was meant to be like a representation of like a dragon, so to speak. But either way, it was really stupid. Because that's also the other thing. Here's literally this fucking dagger. The one thing that can kill her.
You're right. You're right. It is a dragon. It's not a very pretty one.
No, it's a very stupid thing. Like, I completely understand. It's like, you know, everyone has their own representation of shit, yada, yada, blah, blah. Okay, you know, do your own thing. But it's like...
You know what it is? I think it's because it's got mouths inside mouths inside mouths. And that's, like, something where I've come to associate that with, like, maggots and things.
Well, it's also her upper body is just sticking out the head. I'm kind of like, why? Just go full on. Like, why is your weak spot literally just on top of it? Why is it not in it? Like, that doesn't...
To be fair, like, I think there's a lot of MFs out there who kind of still dig it. So I'm going to stick by my previous statement. They were probably still lusting after her, even after she turned into this gross dragon.
Probably. I just... Like I said, I like the... one thing that really irked me is at the end of the game, literally the very last thing of the game, is after Rose takes the flowers to Ethan's grave and goes on and it all fades to black, and it says the father's story is now done. And I'm just like, I don't fucking care. I don't care about Ethan. I don't care about Rose. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love Leon, Ada, fucking, not Jill so much. I never really liked Jill too much. I liked Chris, even Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 Chris. I wasn't...
like the rock puncher?
No. I didn't like that. But Chris is a character. I did like
the guy who is all body with like a tiny little head on top of him.
Again, there were some choices made that I didn't like, but Chris as a character, I liked. Chris came back at the end of
military man who's like
he's fucking great.
Most cliche American veteran character.
He's fucking great. Now, the end of Resident Evil 7. He shows up again and, you know, he picks up Ethan. He is a normal-looking human being. He's got regular arms, you know, not fucking cinder blocks for muscles. But he's got, you know, he whatever. He looks normal. I just didn't like the way they made him look. Like, I don't care that they kind of changed up his appearance. I just didn't like the way they made him look in that. And then Resident Evil 8 comes along. He looks nothing like his Resident Evil 7 self. And guess what? He's back to fucking being buff. Given you never really see his muscles because he always has that coat on. But look at that fucking coat. Either he's got like a foot thick of wool in that coat, or that's his muscles. And I just didn't. I don't like what they did with him, and it fucking irritates me. But my point is like, it's like the thing says now the father's story is done or complete or whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't give two shits about Ethan. He was retarded. He's a fucking moron. He's an idiot. He deserved to die. He should have died in the seventh game, a million fucking times. And then in 8, I don't fucking care about him. He's whiny and annoying. And Rose, I don't give a shit about Rose. I never did. You see her at the beginning of the game, and then she gets taken away. And then it's like, oh, well, you get her flask. I don't care. Like, I have no attachment to these characters whatsoever. It fucking irks me. Now, don't get me wrong. Is it later this month or next month? The DLC for Resident Evil 8 is coming out. It's kind of.
I think so.
Yeah, it's coming out this month or next month. I don't remember. And I'll play it. I will. By all means, I'll fucking play it. I'll replay through the game in third person because that's a thing coming out now. But they just all the characters aggravate the fuck out of me. They are annoying.
The only thing I liked from Village was Donna Beneviento. The creepy doll.
Yes.
The section with the creepy doll, because it goes away from that was the only bit that was actually like, oh, this is a horror game, right?
Yes.
Because it straight up just takes you away from the usual like run and gun and whatever gameplay, and it puts you into a psycho thriller. No, not a psycho thriller. Psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And they did the creepy doll's design really well as well, with like the split face, the eyes that just don't line up correctly, all that good stuff. The fact that it's in a wedding dress as well. Like, just all of it is just completely fucked. And then you run into the baby.
Yes. Honestly, I probably spoiled it for myself because I knew the baby was coming. So it didn't bother me as much. But it still, even the last times I've played through the game, it still does give me a creep factor. I'm like, I know it's coming, yada yada. But I think what really kills that whole thing for me is just how loud it is.
Oh, yeah.
That to me, that kind of took away from the scare factor, because it was like the moment you hear it, it's just like, oh my god, just ear screeching.
No, I'm no one to talk, but like the fact that it's peaking the whole time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, that sucked. But no, I do agree. I love that, especially because it's like her control over the fungus or whatever the fuck it was. Basically, as Ethan was approaching her house, she had like the flowers and shit that released the spores, which, he breathed in, which fucked with his head, which allowed her to basically control the vision shit and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, that crap, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm like, hey, you all should have did more of that. But instead, they literally just went, here's a bunch of werewolves, go shoot them. You're in a castle filled with fucking vampires now. It's like, yeah, they'll stalk you, like Mr. X and Nemesis did in the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. And I'm like, just why? It's kind of stupid, but okay. So you go through the castle, and the castle is by far like the longest portion of the game. And honestly, I fucking hated it. I didn't like. It's not like I mind going through the castle. I don't, like I said, I don't like anything to do with the vampires and stuff. I think they're pretty stupidly done. And so it's just, everything is just so stupid. I can't even put my thoughts into words. It's because of how fun. Like, okay, also, for example, Heisenberg or no? Yes. The fuck's his last name or his name?
It is Heisenberg.
Is it Heisenberg? Okay, I don't know.
Werewolf guy with the strangely Magneto powers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. Don't get me wrong. Him as a character, I found really funny. Like the way he talked was fucking was hilarious. He's like, whoa. I didn't think anybody was left. Like he just honestly, he kind of cracked me up the way he talked. But like his boss fight was stupid. That was retarded. A lot of people hate it. That's a pretty popular opinion on that. But his area, did you ever actually look at the scope of it? Of how fucking massive it is?
Oh gosh, I actually don't remember that much.
Okay, like if you go inside his factory, like where you meet the Dukes on the elevator that you ride up and down in his thing.
Yeah.
If you look out, just look out over the edge. His factory is just beyond massive. It's ridiculous how fucking big it is. And again, it's one of these things where it's like, how does something this big go unnoticed? Like there's and then also not to mention, where the fuck does he get all the bodies from that he does all of his experiments, all, hooks up the motors and all that other crap he does? Where does he get? Because in this factory, you can just see these conveyor belts filled with people. And I'm like, where did he get them? Because that village was not big enough for all these people. So where did they come from? Someone somewhere would have already found these people. Not to mention, they were literally like driving down a highway. Ethan and Chris and them were like driving down a highway, crashed the car, and then Ethan just took a little stroll and found the village. They weren't that well secluded. And that's my... So many people just shove this shit to the side and they're like, oh, it's whatever. I'm like, no. There are huge, glaring things that need to be addressed, which, thank God, they did address the whole... Because that was one thing a lot of people said was like, how is Ethan just splashing this green shit on his hand and healing? That doesn't make any sense. And then in 8, they addressed it as, you're 100% mold. That's why. That's why you're able to survive. I'm like, okay, that makes sense now. What about everything else?
Because you're not a real human being.
I guess, I don't fucking know. This wasn't meant to be a tangent about fucking Resident Evil.
Don't know, but apparently goes on to show that there's no shortage of things to talk about because you just go for days.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. We'll put a pin in that. We can make that its own episode about Resident Evil, Capcom.
Oh gosh, there's more.
Oh, there's always more. Fuck. Oh, dude, I always got more. Okay, you give an opinion you have that you think would be highly unpopular.
Christ on a bike. Okay. Okay. I don't actually have an opinion that I can think of that will stir like people, because I'm just an agreeable person and all that. But I've got nothing.
Oh my god. You fool.
I know.
You fool. You've let me down.
I always let you down.
You let me down, and it hurts. It's just, there's a lot of shit I could go on for fucking days about that I have, and
you're a very angry person, friend.
Well, that I am. I'm a rage addict. I've been to several therapists throughout my lifetime, and I shit you not, every one of them have told me the same thing. They say, you're a rage addict. I've asked them, what exactly do you mean by that? And they said, well, your go-to emotion is rage. They're like,
well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's the same how some people, once they get depressed, they stay depressed because it's addicting.
Uh-huh.
You know, like so you act sad, people give you sympathy, and you like the attention, so you subconsciously start acting sad a lot more, and then eventually it's all you actually know is like, oh, sadness, and I don't know how to do anything else because I've been sad so long. It's a lot like rage. You know, why people get scared. It gives you a little bit of a power trip when people flinch at you because you're angry, and you're like, I had that effect on people. You know, you don't get that effect by talking to people normally. You
I
know,
don't give a shit
so
about scaring people.
so like, but that's just it. Like,
Oh,
there's
I
something
can.
to be said. There is something to be said about like rage. Like one of the best examples I can think of is you remember Two Best Friends Play?
No, never watched it.
Really? Okay, well basically they were I want to say a duo, but there was actually like a little team involved in it. But essentially it was two dudes who play games. They're sat on the couch, basically playing the game. Uh, they just give commentary, but more often than not, it's like this overly aggressive, like, here's what's good, here's what's bad. My God, it fucking sucks. It's so bad. You know, that's sort of like, oh, it angers me that the creators do it. You know, it's like they more often than not just went on very angry tangents about things with the occasional like moments of hype where something cool happens in the game and they're like, oh shit, yeah, dude. You know,
So
like,
they were your
yeah,
average overreacting YouTubers.
yes and no. Um, they gave a lot of honest opinions, and I think like the opinions they had on things that angered them were legitimately like these are things that actually irked them, right?
Yeah,
Um, and the moments they do hype, you could tell it's not them faking because it's part of their MO, right?
yeah,
They usually stuck to certain games that have like, you know, kind of like hyped up fighting mechanics and stuff like that. So when cool stuff happens, they really do kind of go for it because it is legitimately cool. In fact, you're sat there yourself, like pretty much like in your own way, being like, "Oh, holy shit, dude!" Except for you're alone, so you're not wording it.
don't,
Um,
don't remind me I'm alone.
But like, I think the reason why they were so popular and why it was such bad news that they broke up was because like they hyped things up naturally. You know, like
Yeah,
they hyped it up because they were legitimately hyped up. They were angry because they were actually angry, not because they wanted to make a point. Um, you know, I guess that's why like it's difficult for me to be like, oh, here's an unpopular opinion because like right now there's no context to it. I'm sure over the course of many conversations, I'm gonna say bit of an unpopular opinion, but you know,
no, I get it.
um,
On the spot. It's a
but
little
yeah,
more.
I'm not naturally inclined to be this like sort of angry against things sort of
Yeah.
mentality thing. Yeah, I go with the flow a lot. So for me to have unpopular opinions is highly contextual.
Okay, well I'll give you another unpopular opinion, and see if you can do something with it. The the Harry Potter series is fucking stupid.
Okay, well, it's not, and I'll tell you why.
uh,
In fact, no, I'll tell you what, I'll actually give you both sides of this. First off, fuck you. That is our national hero you're talking about. Okay. Secondly, I actually did not like the mechanics of their universe. Whilst it was a fun, delightful, mysterious place that kind of plays on the usual sort of like mythologies and stuff, I did dig that, and I loved that it was for kids and it was like so well um, developed that kids could enjoy it and adults could also enjoy it without feeling like they was watching a kids movie. right?
Yeah.
The books elaborated more than the movies did, to the point where it is actually a highly adult sort of thing. Um, but yet it was still aimed at kids to read. So there was something in it for both age groups, which is great. Me personally, I don't like it for the reasons behind the magic, right? So I can't remember the exact terminology, but you got things like soft magic and hard magic. Okay. Hard magic, I think, was basically like this is a world building thing, by the way. So hard magic, you have kind of Harry Potter style spells where it doesn't really drain the character. They're not really taking anything from any pool of resource or themselves. They're just kind of getting the technique right and then going for it, right?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I want when there's things that they need to do with magic, it should cost them, right? I love that there are some forbidden magics, but I think that they're only forbidden because they're so evil, not because they actually like damn a soul, even if it does mention, oh yeah, their soul's basically damned because they use like a cursed magic or something. You take Lord of the Rings, you take Gandalf. I always come back to this, but like you see him creating like a grenade, almost like a grenade, like an incendiary grenade, out of a pine cone. But it cost him like taking a physical item that was around him, setting it alight. You could see him stoking the flames in his hand,
Yeah.
building up the flames, and then he throws the grenade, sorry, the pine cone, and it basically explodes into like a big load of flames, like an incendiary grenade, right? I think
Yeah.
that's great. It costs something. And it's not like Gandalf did anything amazing. He basically, you could almost think that he basically just caused a little spark with his magic, which then he then had to tend into something bigger, you know? Um, so it cost him, it cost something, but it's also not him being overly powerful, even though he is. Um, like you look at a lot of the magic in Lord of the Rings, and it's like very subtle things, which, if used right, sort of corral into this huge effect. Okay, whereas in Harry Potter, you flick your wrist the right way, and your wand makes this thing that basically obliterates the person in front of you, and you just continue with your day. You know, and I didn't
Yeah.
like that. I thought that was really bad design.
No.
Really bad design.
Okay. One, Lord of the Rings is overhyped. Not saying it's bad, but I feel like it's extremely overhyped.
It is.
But Harry Potter, I guess let me rephrase it. Half of Harry Potter sucks ass. The first
Which half did?
the first four movies I thought were great. Thought they were awesome.
Okay.
They had like you were talking about. They had the mystery. They had all this build up and shit. Voldemort came back in the fourth one, and it was like, holy fuck! That what the hell's gonna happen next?
It was all very whimsical and new, and like they were kind of like, you felt like you was growing and learning with the
Yeah,
characters.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the fifth one happened, and it was just. I'm not saying that the other movies are bad, but they lost a lot of what they. I can't even really explain it, but to me, a lot of what made the first four so good, they lost that. I guess because they weren't even focusing on the school at that point. It was like, okay, he goes to Hogwarts, but literally nothing happens in the school. Like in the first two, it was, or I'm sorry, the first three, it was really big about they would go to class. You would see that the professors would talk about different magic shit and yada 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 blah blah blah. Not saying it was the most interesting, but it was different. It was
And it was relatable
yeah
to everyone as well, because you got
yes
other students like what's his face, the Slytherin guy, I forget his name,
Malfoy or
Malfoy. Yeah, everyone who has ever gone to school, you was either the Malfoy or you was the Harry.
Yeah.
more specifically the run. Okay, you either got bullied by a bunch of assholes or you was the asshole doing the bullying.
Yeah. But
Right.
but my point is like it was cool because then like in the fourth one, oh, there's the what is it? The games come up where like there are the other schools. Okay, sports against other schools. Cool, awesome.
They're bringing dragons into it. Oh, that's
Yeah,
really neat.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's oh cool. Hey, okay, Voldemort, the big bad motherfucker that everyone's been terrified this whole goddamn time about. He's back now. He doesn't have a nose, odd choice, but yeah, he's back. Okay, let's see where it goes. No, they just strictly focus on like the Voldemort shit, and I'm like, and then it's like, oh no, there's also another a thing I really fucking hated every year. Oh, there's a new dark arts teacher. Did y'all ever fucking think about, I don't know, quit hiring new teachers for that position and just someone that already fucking works there teach it?
I feel like if you're doing defense against the dark arts, the chances are you're leading a very, very dangerous lifestyle. So I feel like a lot of them just don't typically last long.
No, but it's just it just trying to put this in words. I just basically the first four, yes, there was the mystery of what are the bad guys doing? What's this new the new thing that's gonna happen? What's this and that? Don't get me wrong, the books were out. People that read the books did it. I never did. I never really cared to, but I was enjoying the movies though. And it was like, okay, cool. And then, like I said, the fourth one comes, Voldemort's here, and they didn't do anything. And it was
because Voldemort in the first one was quite literally a face on the back of some guy's head that you really wouldn't think would beat the person. The second one barely had anything to do with it. It was more about like
the journal.
Yeah,
he had the journal with the Chamber of Secrets, the journal, and then there was like a spirit, like it was like part of his spirit was the journal. It was like a Horcrux or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what. And
you don't even realize what these items are until later on in the franchise either.
Yeah, and then it was like the third one. You find out, oh, there's a criminal on the loose that helped Voldemort, and then you find out later on, no, he didn't help. He was trying to stop him. In a sense,
still breaking expectations.
Yeah, it's like you go through this whole movie of doing this shit, and and then it also had the scary part, the Dementors, however you want to pronounce it. That shit, like on the train and stuff. That shit was creepy as fuck. It was pretty terrifying, in my opinion. And then it was like the fourth one. I don't even remember most of the movie, other than it was just Harry is part of the school team playing against the other schools, and obviously there was some shenanigans going on and stuff, whatever. And then at the end, he grabbed the goblet of fire, the trophy, whatever it was, and got teleported to the place, and Voldemort got brought back. And it was just like, oh, it was so cool. But then it's like, no, the fifth one starts up. They got to protect Harry. Okay. And then it just keeps going from there. And then it's basically, what is it? Is it the sixth movie? Basically, where the bad guys took over Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I don't remember. And it was just kind of like, what the fuck? Because like the very first movie, even the book, I guess, there were points assigned to each of the things. You had Gryffindor, Hufflepuff.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah, you had those the different sections, and they got points, and it was like, okay, cool, whatever. Well, that fucking went away after the first one. I think there's like a mention of it in the second one, like one time. Someone says something about points, and then that was it. Just gone. Doesn't exist anymore. And it was like,
dude, it was even worse in the games, because it's like no matter what you do, like let's be honest, the old games
Oh my,
like the Philosopher's Stone, all that other nonsense. Like, let's be honest, like there's no way they had mechanics in those games where background activities were happening, giving Slytherin points and stuff.
no,
Y- It,
no.
I
The
feel like you would have won regardless.
I I think I played the Chamber of Secrets, or it was either Philosopher's Stone or Chamber of Secrets. I don't know.
I
It
know
was
I think I played Chamber of Secrets, and I tell you what, it freaked me out in that game. Like, the snake talk
yeah.
that you hear whispering whenever you go near places. Yeah, I was so young at the time that like whenever I got close to those areas, it would legitimately freak me out. I'll basically do a U-turn and go back to happier times.
No,
Like
I don't.
my progress in that game was literally stunted because of like just a freak out factor I had.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was so weird. So
No,
weird.
but I just the Harry Potter series as a general. I'm like the first four, love them, could watch them all day. The last, well, I guess four, since they split the last one into two. Uh, I'm not saying they're terrible. I just feel like the story took a big change, and I don't like the way they did it. And it was basically, hey, come to Hogwarts, but we're literally not going to focus on Hogwarts. We're going to focus on this other shit. And it
The
was like,
only
what?
thing I remember, literally the only thing I remember about the final movies was the weird Voldemort laugh.
Yeah.
But that's it. That is legit. I think I remember Snape getting stabbed, although I think he wasn't. Was he stabbed?
Uh, no, I think Voldemort hit him with some magic. I don't think he was stabbed.
Yeah,
I think
and the very heroic moment of that guy who everyone takes piss out of, like beheading a snake with a sword.
yeah.
Like I remember that, and I think that was by design. They did good to that character at
No, no,
least.
they did
Not,
because he was supposed because he ended up becoming the headmaster of Hogwarts.
oh, did
Neville.
he really?
Yep, Neville. Yep. Yeah, he ended up in the books because my grandparents read all the books. They absolutely loved him and
I
stuff.
feel like I should know all this considering it is literally British history.
No, but it no, in the books he does become the headmaster at Hogwarts. So it makes sense that he did that because he has to kind of in a sense have that on like his resume for becoming the the head honcho there. It's kind of like,
Mm.
hey, he he was one of the main people to help to defeat the bad guys. Uh but at the same time it's also so very anticlimactic that Harry was supposed to be the one to beat Voldemort. He was the one that was supposed to beat him. It was
Yeah.
they were connected. Okay, well then Harry went out, confronted him, got killed, got brought back because he was an unintentional Horcrux that was made. Okay, I can understand that, but still, Harry was the one supposed to beat him. Nope. Instead, he just gets in that magic battle where they're shooting their two magic beams at each other, and then like you said, Neville just comes up, slices the snake's head off. Okay, all done. And it was kind of
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong, I think the whole school being attacked thing, I think that was really cool. I just the way Voldemort died is I was just like, why? That was stupid.
I just love that there's this whole shit going on, right? And none of the other schools really get invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's clearly just a issue that Hogwarts has, and only Hogwarts. And it's like, yeah, he's like the cursed one, the he who shall not be named, the ultimate evil, and he's like the Sauron of the Harry Potter universe. No other schools give a crap, and I'm like, I'm sat there thinking, like, have they ever alluded to what this guy's effect would actually be if he was in charge? Like, say he succeeds, what would happen? Like, what?
Uh,
Like,
I
is he going to become a dictator? I don't know. Like,
no,
is he going to
you're
cause a cataclysm? I don't know.
no, you're absolutely right. They never did actually say like don't get me wrong. They did say he was bad. He was killing wizards and stuff. Like I get that. He was a murderer. He was evil, yada yada. But if he
Yeah,
did,
well, you
but
know what? All I'm gonna say is it made no bloody difference who won because I'm looking outside my window right now. I've never met a wizard. So clearly, whether he survived or not, the same thing happened. Wizards have gone extinct. Okay,
no, they're just in hiding. You filthy muggle.
whatever. The amount of times I've seen people run into walls because they're like, "Oh, it's a Harry Potter reference." I'm like, yeah, well,
Yeah,
if they still existed, maybe that might work, yo.
maybe run into it a few more times. Really, really give it a
Yeah.
shot.
They've gone. They've real talk. That scene pissed me off. I'm gonna let you guess why that scene pissed me off. It wasn't even that scene where they actually go through the wall. It's the scene where they don't. Why do you think that pissed me off, Frank?
Because they both tried to go at the same time.
Right. Okay. It's actually because, and you're quite right, they did, which actually makes this kind of worse because both of them had things on their little trolleys, right?
Yeah.
And both of them had animals in cages on those trolleys.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just being a poor little owl or something sat there in your cage, just like, cool, we're going to school, and the next thing you know it, your psychopath like master and his friend decide to just like absolutely face plant into this wall with you. You go collapsing under all this rubble. You probably like sprain your wing or something. Like, I'll be pissed off. That really pissed me off. That I hated that scene because like every time I see it, I noticed I didn't focus on like, oh, they've hurt themselves. I'm focusing on like, oh, that poor owl.
Yeah.
You know?
I've had that same thought, but I was more irritated about the fact that literally every other time that you've seen someone go through there in the first movie and I think you also saw some people in the second one before they did was they literally went one at a time. And then Ron and Harry are like, "Okay, we're going to go together now."
Let's hold hands.
Yeah, it was like, oh my fucking god, like, why? Like, what? That's what irritates. It's like they both crash, knock over all their shit, knock over their animals, and I'm like, literally, only one of you had to. And actually, if Ron would have went first, it wouldn't have even happened, because Dobby, the elf, is the one that did it. And if Ron would have went first, he would have let Ron through, and then he would have locked it behind him.
Dude,
but instead,
Dobby's like a little bit homophobic, and he thought that maybe Ron and Harry just got a little bit too close during that moment.
I don't know, maybe
Decided to teach him a lesson.
maybe.
Basically, what I'm saying is Dobby is a piece of shit and doesn't deserve that sock.
Dobby's annoying. Honestly, Dobby is very annoying. I don't like him. But I digress. Yeah, that. So let's see. Unpopular opinions. Ketchup sucks. Games should quit being remade. They need to come up with their own fucking original ideas.
Harry Potter, whilst it is historically accurate, is the worst.
I just love how you keep saying shit like that.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite meme that like he's like one of our like national heroes. Yo, you got Canada, some guy who literally like I don't know took down several tanks or something with grenades or something back in the wars. You got America with I don't know, Rambo or something. And then you've got like the British, and we've got like, oh yes, you remember Harry Potter and Sherlock Holmes? They totally existed. They're our national heroes.
I was like, yeah.
Every time you see Daniel Radcliffe in another movie, it's just like us being like, and this is just a news broadcast. Oh, what's this? He's nailed like guns to his hands. Yeah, that sounds like Harry Potter.
Nah, he's just down on his luck right now. You know, not having to fight. You know, ever since he graduated from Hogwarts, hasn't been able to really get into the spin of things.
Fell into the wrong crowds.
Yeah.
Started growing horns out of his head.
Oh, then there's was it Swiss Army Man, where he's a dead guy.
Swiss Army Man, yes. I don't care what anyone says. That is an amazing movie, and it touched me in the feels much more than any serious movie has. And it is quite literally Daniel Radcliffe as a corpse farting with a cork up his butt. You know, at one point he was a literal speedboat.
Yeah. I see. My thing is, I've never actually watched the movie. I never had any, but I did watch like a summary of the movie and stuff. So, but I just they showed a lot of the scenes in there, and yeah, it was like he's basically like a shower. Okay. He's like a shower head, fucking water.
You're talking about like the you're talking about things like a movie recap and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
minute mysteries, those sort of channels where they basically recap it with a little bit of humor.
Yeah,
I think I remember watching one of the ones about this movie. I saw like a couple of scenes, and then I was like, stopped right there. Had to actually go rent the movie myself.
Yeah, I've seen them like the movies a lot of time. I've seen it like for free. I could watch it and stuff on TV, but I'm just like I really don't have any interest to. But I just from what I did saw and what there's just it's fucking hilarious looking.
Yeah, you should definitely watch that movie. It's great.
But oh yeah. Well, let's see.
Harry Potter is doing some very interesting things with his body. Puberty did wonders for him.
Puberty really fucked him up in a way that I don't know.
Yeah, man. You know, like being able to be turned into a human flamethrower. That's pretty gnarly, you know.
That, and then to be haunted by the woman in black. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I actually really love that movie.
I don't think it's a good. I really don't think it's a good movie. Like,
but it sticks to all the wonderful cliches. It's dark, it's grim. Like the costume design on the ghost was amazing. The fact that like, oh, it's Harry Potter, so naturally it's going to be a happy ending. You get to the end, and it's actually like the worst outcome for him.
Him and his son both got hit by a train.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, the whole, you think it even hits the trope of, oh, you think you solved the mystery and you've put the ghost to rest, but nope.
No, there were some things that did right, but I just, overall, I'm like, no, it's just, and I do occasionally, once in a great while, just kind of go back, watch it. Or just have it playing in the background.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's an unpopular opinion, but watching a horror movie where you quite literally have therapy watching, like, kids off themselves in various ways, like, I enjoyed it. It was great. It was a good time.
I love watching kids die.
Every parent should watch this movie, just to, get some innocent payback without actually hurting your child.
Oh, no, it's not innocent. It'll scar him for life.
What if my child decided to get two other friends and jump out the same window for no actual reason?
Well, then it sounds like you did a shitty job as a parent.
It's such a cursed premise, though. I love it. Like, oh, they happen to catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of their eye, and that was it. And that was enough to curse them because they saw the lady in black. Like, can you imagine just being that ghost? You're just trolling. You kind of You just
Or
sort of
you're just
sit.
trying to make friends.
You just sort of, this family is sat around this dinner table, and you, as the lady in black, just sort of poke one of your toes up above the table, and everyone looks at it for a second, and that's it. They're cursed.
Yeah.
Their kids are now going to die. Like,
No, it's like that, or you're just, like I said, you're just trying to make friends. You're like, God, I'm so lonely haunting this house. I just want to make some friends. And like there's another family that shows up. So you say, hey, hi, I live here too. And fucking the kids just slit their own throats or something. It's like, what the fuck? Just wanted to say hi. No, that movie did a lot of things right, but it also did a lot of things wrong. So overall,
yeah.
I think it's a good movie. Just the kind, if you're not going to pay too much, like definitely if you watch it for the first time, pay attention. But after that, to me, it's kind of good background noise, so to speak.
You know what? Actually, that sums up Harry Potter in it really well. And by that I mean the actor Harry Potter, not his documentaries about his life. Okay.
God damn it!
It's like they're good for one watch, but that's roughly about it. Like I always find myself being impressed with the stuff that like the little wizard boy comes out with these days, because I've got him stained in my head as this innocent little wizard, right?
Yeah.
But like everything he comes out with is like this dark, grim, gruesome mind fuck, and I love it because I'm just like, even though I should expect it, I never see it coming. And he's actually become one of like the most interesting actors for me. But his movies are still of the quality where you would probably only watch it one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I can't wait for Christmas time because my wife and I have a tradition where like every Christmas Eve we after the kids go to bed, that's whenever we wrap the gifts, and we do it while watching the movie Krampus.
Is that the is that like Swedish one
What?
where it's got like a bunch of old men
No,
killing people?
no,
No.
no. Krampus. It's came out 2015, 2016. I think. Let me see here.
So I've got a question actually, because
2015.
You do Christmas over there, but you also do Thanksgiving, right? Like, what's the deal with that? Did you just feel like one huge meal during Christmas wasn't enough, or what?
Well, I mean, Thanksgiving comes first.
What is Thanksgiving for exactly?
Look, man, I'll be honest. One, I don't give two shits about Thanksgiving. I think it's a waste of a fucking holiday. But two, I don't fully know like I can tell you what I was told in school as a kid, but
Right.
that's pretty much been proven that all that kind of shit you learn is just bullshit.
Yeah.
It was taught as a kid. It was basically a way for like settlers and Indians. It was basically a day where like the settlers and the Indians came together and were like, let's have peace. Let's eat together.
Enjoy the bounty of the land, sort of
Yeah.
thing together.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
To be thankful for what you have, yada yada yada. Now, like I said, I'm pretty positive that's complete bullshit, considering they also say that our Civil War was over slavery. No, it fucking wasn't. Slavery was not introduced to it till the end of the war, when the North was going to lose and they needed more support. So the North said, hey, if we win the war, we'll free all the slaves. And so, yeah, it was... No, it just... I don't know, because, like, the other thing is, like, Black Friday, which is the day, because Thanksgiving's on a Thursday, and then you have Black Friday. Black Friday in American history was actually when the stock market crashed. and people were literally throwing themselves out of buildings, killing themselves. And
Nice.
yeah,
A far cry from what it is today, then, huh?
Exactly. That's my point. Is I'm like, I don't understand where this shit comes from.
And what exactly is Black Friday? What do you do during that? Is it just like everything is cheap sort of thing? Like
that's why. Yeah. So basically, before you could buy shit online, it was like all the stores shit would be marked down ridiculously. Like let's say there's $1,000 TV, a big ass TV. It's $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be marked down to like fucking $150, or
nice.
Or used to be. That's just it. Just as an example, and people, you talk about.
Yeah.
You talk about the work, like you want to lose all faith in humanity. I shit you not. Just look up footage of Black Fridays.
Don't worry, my guy. I'm getting to that. So just to clarify, there's like no actual sort of like religious holiday or historical thing. It's just stock market crashing, and it's a tragedy.
There could be. I just know that the stock market thing and stuff was one that happened on Black Friday. I don't know if it was like America's way of trying to basically cover that part up and say, we don't need this stain on us.
Yeah.
So I don't
in England, we don't do Thanksgiving. And I've always associated Thanksgiving with Black Friday. Like it's a sort of like a sale thing that happens after the fact, probably to get rid of like turkeys or something that are left on the shelves. I don't know, but essentially, like I've always associated the two with each other. I didn't realize it was actually to do with the stock market. Now, I'm not sure if that has any role in British society during that time at all. Sure, there might have been investors over here who relied on the American stock market for sure, but as a whole, I don't think it really affects our country all that much. So it always baffled me when we didn't do Thanksgiving, but we had Black Friday. And Black Friday over here, by the way, is a very recent thing. Oh. Very recent thing. So it's only in the last like 10 or so years that we started doing it, and I tell you what. Nothing has pissed me off more about this fucking country than Black Friday, because it doesn't really have anything to do with us. It's got no relevance to us. But for some reason, our companies maybe it's just that the companies over here are American run. Like I know our Asda is apparently your Walmart. Same company runs both, I think.
Oh god, I thought you were free of Walmarts. I'm sorry.
No, apparently, apparently we have Walmart. We've just got it called Asda, apparently. But essentially, like I always thought, like it's got no relevance to us. So when it arrived in our country and we started celebrating Black Friday by going on these huge sales and basically adopting the American tradition of beating each other senseless with TVs because they're cheap, I got both confused and a little bit pissed off.
I don't blame you one bit. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry.
It kind of marked the period where I stopped like really following British ways and just sort of like started distancing myself from this country actually. No, so
even as a kid, I saw footage of people just being fucking stupid on Black Fridays, and I'm just like, you all are the most like literally just the night before you all sat around a table supposed to be celebrating how thankful you are for everything, and now fucking 10 hours later, whatever, you're literally fucking about to stab a kid because he has a toy you want to get. I'm like,
because and it's usually like a mother who is about to stab someone else's child because they want to get the toy for their kid, It's like,
and it's like
all morality goes out the window.
Yeah, it's like they literally fight, like, they get in the fight, and I'm just like, why? What is wrong with you people? You are like, good God, if there's a race of aliens out there just like watching us going, should we like, maybe help out their society, we can boost their tech, so they can start doing space travel, should we go help them? I hope the fucking God they see the way people have acted on Black Friday and said, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna cut them off from the rest of the universe like cancer.
You
We're gonna
know,
cut them out, fuck them.
tell you what confuses me is like you get people who watch the movie Purge and they're always like, we should adopt that. I think it's actually a good idea and it'll actually fix a lot of problems. And I'm like, why? You already have it. It's Black Friday.
No, I'm neither here. For personal reasons, I would love the purge, but because like I have my wife and kids, I don't like the idea of them being in danger for 12 hours and
But
literally.
you think about it. You think about it for a second, right? It is a lot like the Purge. Okay, you got the people who want literally nothing to do with it, and they basically spend that day at home or at work, just sort of hiding away from the shoppers, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the people who are fully into the idea, and they are willing to cause physical bodily harm and potentially even kill people
Uh-huh.
over
There's
this shopping spree.
Oh, I can't
Like,
tell you about the countless people that have literally been trampled by
yeah.
people on Black Friday and killed that way. I'm like,
And,
that
and,
is.
and then you even have your people who are like, oh Christ, my car broke down, so I'm late getting home and I'm stuck outside during the purge. And it's like, yeah, basically those people are the cashiers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like the purge exists,
Yeah.
it
It
exists.
just has a different name.
Yeah, it's just, oh my God, it's so terrible. And America invented it.
Yeah. No, they're.
Look what you do. Look what you do.
I didn't do shit.
No, I'm blaming you specifically.
If it was up to me, it would go away. I don't. Everyone's just like, oh, but all the deals. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? You could also sit at home and order shit online.
Yeah, because there's Black Friday sales online.
Yeah, it's like, I'm
And
like,
they usually go on for a week as well, which is
yeah,
hilarious.
like, I don't. Like, it's been a long time since I've heard about any Black Friday shit going crazy. Like,
Because it's all online.
yeah, but before the online, that's when it did. But even then, I was just like, what is wrong with you people? Like, because like I've seen people like make videos of people's stupid tweets and stuff they put out. And there was a tweet where it was like this mom tweeted out to Amazon and was like, I ordered this thing like a week ago and it was supposed to be here today, but now it says it won't be here till like January 5th. And it was like, come on, Amazon, it's Christmas, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, yeah, bitch, you ordered it 2 weeks before Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's good. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? You stupid. Like,
Because they and like thousands of others are literally waiting for the sales to go up.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking. Those people, because like my wife's done it, nothing like where she's blamed an Amazon, but she's waited to the last minute and then she's like, oh, well, this is out of stock or what. I'm like, yeah, that's why you go once it hits about August, September. That's when you start ordering some shit and just we keep it locked up, keep it put away until Christmas time and stuff. I said, because once December hits, fuck ordering anything. I'm like, that's just stupid. But that's my point. Everyone's so fucking entitled anymore. I ordered this, so it should be here. Yeah, well, you and 10,000 other people ordered it too, and there's only 5 in stock. What the fuck do you think's going to happen?
True.
People, man. But no, we've been talking for almost 2 hours now.
Well, it sounds like we should probably wrap it up before this gets a bit unruly.
Wrap it up, put a bow on it.
Eat food.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be soon.
I would love to eat food, but it's only 11:11 a.m. here.
So what you doing later on today?
Probably fucking play some GTA.
Nice. I should probably join you on that, actually.
I said that, or unless you have a different idea.
I don't really have a different idea. I kind of wanna like get some rapport on that server, to be honest.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am too.
Yeah. I miss being the weird redheaded lunatic that people knew on TRP. So
yeah, and I guess I know you. I know you by association. Let's see. I'm with you by association, and everyone fucking thinks our characters are dating or married. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
To be fair, we do bicker like a married couple. I'll give them that.
I'll give them that, and we are together a lot, but it just literally everyone just assumes that. They're just like, oh, so how long you two been together? Like, what the fuck? Can you not just ask if we're together first? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, it is also usually accompanied with some sort of homoerotic hatred. So. But that's just the way I like it. Anyway, I've been YuYu.
Have you? Have you though? I don't know.
I have been.
Yeah, I think you're an imposter. You sound pretty sus.
Oh my god, are you on to me?
It's Among Us.
Oh my god, if only he would be on to me.
Oh my god, fuck you. No, I mean, no, not fuck you, no.
Yes, please.
I've been Pyrisk, I suppose. Maybe.
Yes, you have.
I don't know. I don't know if maybe. I have.
Undecided.
Yeah, it's undecided. Someone decide for me. Someone comment and tell me if you've listened this long. Doubtful.
I'm going to call you Trent from now on.
What the fuck? I will fly to the UK and murder you.
Oh, is that a promise?
I actually have a stepbrother named Trent.
Goodness.
But we'll be back at some point, and the next video will be on YuYu's channel.
Yeah, in a few days' time. Please look forward to it. Hi!